time coming to Little City Roller Derby. So I'm just going to introduce myself real quick, just in case you don't know who I am at all. My name is Freight Train, and I play for the Texas Roller Girls. I've been playing roller derby since 2011, so it's been about 12 years. I primarily played as a jammer, but I do know how to block and play offense and all that stuff too. But I am primarily a jammer. That's where most of my knowledge is. So if you have any questions about jamming today, it's definitely a good time for you to ask. There's no wrong or wrong questions. Okay, so ask anything you like. So since y'all are warmed up already, we're gonna jump right into some jammer footwork. All right, everybody knows how to run forward on their toe stop, yes? Yes, kinda? Okay. All right, so practice this. All I'm gonna have you do is we're gonna start off with that as being our ground zero, okay? Blow the whistle, run on your toe stop, all right? Then I'm gonna blow the whistle again, and then we're just gonna do the gallop here, okay? Just like this. You've seen this before. You know how to do it, right? Yes. Yep. We're gonna do both sides of that, and then we're gonna start turning in 360, okay? So I'll show you the 360 ones. So I'll say tweak, and I want you to turn in the 360 and run forward. Tweak, turn in another 360 and run forward. Okay? So we're gonna work all directions. Okay? Now, do we need more explanation on that? On how to turn the 360? Or you got it? Yeah, I think I need to see it one more time. You need to see it one more time? Yeah. Okay. So if you want to see a slow-mo version of it, we're running on our toe stops. I'll say tweak. One toe stop is gonna go forward. The other one is going to come a quarter of the way, and then you're going to spin around and you're back forward again. Okay? So I'm here, run on toe stops. 1, 2, 3. You should be already around. 3 steps. Okay? Same thing going the other direction. I'll come over here with it. So I'm running on my toe stop. I'm here. 1, 2, 3. And then you're back forward. Okay? Keep going. 1, 2, 3. Keep going. Yep. Picking up one leg and then immediately plant it. Okay? So right here, immediate plant. Try that real quick. So you're standing here, then immediately plant your foot. So go ahead and put a little hop with it. Okay? And hop. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. They're the wrinkles. Okay. Now your next step is to make sure you move lateral, and you'll do that same planting twice. 1, 2. Let me see that. 1. That's okay. That's all right. You all right? Good? Okay. Now, let's make sure when we're doing this that we're hinged forward at the hips. Okay? So you're like this. 1, 2. I'd rather you squat down more than what you think is necessary. Okay? 1, 2. You learn that part. 1, 2. Good. 1, 2. Okay? Let me see it. That's okay. So remember, 1, 2. So you are picking up that foot. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay? Now once you get comfortable with that, we're going to work on a quarter turn. So watch this. 1, 2. And we're back forward. So watch again. I'm here. 1, 2. You see how this foot started to transition? Look at my left leg. It's about to go into it. 1, 2. Okay? 1, 2. Okay? Work on your quarter turn. So you're standing forward. Find a spot in front of you. Make sure that your hands forward at the hip. You're gonna start the transition with your left. Look at this. Boom. You see that? Watch my left leg again. I'm starting the transition. Look. Transition up to the toe side. See? Transition. 1, 2. Got it? Are we understanding a little bit? A little bit? So there's different levels, right? Your first level is where we started. 1, getting comfortable. 1, getting comfortable. 1. Okay? First you want to master that. The second thing that you master is the 1, 2. 1, 2. And then you can reset, take a break. 1, 2. Reset. Make sure you go to the other side. 1, 2. Reset. 1, 2. Reset. Okay? Then you start into that quarter. Then you go 1, 2. And you bring it back. 1, 2. And then you go the other direction. 1, 2. Bring it back. 1, 2. Okay? Does everyone understand the progression of that?
Don't go this way. I need to sit down.
It's a 360. It's captured everything.
Well, shit. Check them out, guys. Check them out. Move in. Check them out. Move in. Sorry. Take your time. On your balance.
So watch this left leg. So I'm here, I'm jumping from my front 2 wheels to get that jump. Alright? So for me, my toe stop is not hitting the ground first and then I jump. I'm doing a transition as if I'm about to turn backwards. And at that final second, I push off of my front 2 wheels. Okay? So you can try to watch that again. I'm here and I jump. Okay? Got it? He might got the best of you right there. He got the best of you.
Solid.
You gonna see it again? Or? Good. Perfect. Okay. From your wheels. Jump from your wheels. Alright? So I'm leaping from the wheels. So this. You see that? You should be doing that as your final jump into it. Okay? Give that a try. Think about that. In the middle of that transition, I'm right here at the end. That's it. Those of you that know how to do it already, you're going to use your momentum going forward.
When you're spinning, do you always step toward the foot that's down? So here, I should always step this way? Or do you step both ways?
So it'll be both ways. I show y'all my best side. Yeah. I show y'all my good side. But essentially, like if there's a blocking wall in front of you and the legs like this, you're gonna lead with your right leg, and then when you're coming on the inside, you're gonna lead with your left.
I'll practice one.
Okay. So ideally, you want to practice both. Yes. But you might have seen me demoing the same side because I'm trying to show y'all on the good side. All right. So, if there's no further questions about that, I just want to add that little piece into pack play. Now, those of you that are still working on it, you can still do this too, but I just want you to focus on taking a nice large step into it, okay? If you feel comfortable doing the jump, go ahead and do the jump, but if not, you're going to, let me get one person. I'm going to show you different levels on this, okay? So this is one person here, they're going to be in blocking stance. I want you to just focus on taking a nice large step in front of the person, okay? That's your focal point, a nice large step. Because sometimes when we're practicing this, we make our step too small and we're right on the side of the person. So again, if you're not doing the jump part, I want you to make a nice large step in front of this person and step over, okay? So one more time on that. A nice large step and step over with the other leg, okay? Try not to drag it behind because we don't want to get a low block dragging our leg behind this person here, okay? So a nice large step. Make sure you pull that leg up and over, the one that's following, okay? And then the rest of us are going to be working on the leap part, all right? So I'm here. I'm focusing on the spot that's right in front of this walker, not the side, not behind, but somewhere in front. I need to aim my foot somewhere, okay? So I'm gonna come up, I'm gonna rotate and jump over. Got it? Now, something that is super important, especially the closer this blocker is to the line, is to make sure that the leg that's following, so you complete your jump, you need to wrap it behind. Okay, so you need to take this leg and really swing it behind you. That way you can make sure that you are, that you don't go out of bounds. Okay, so I'll say that again. So the blocker really close to the line, I'm here, and I'm wrapped behind. Okay, so you'll be able to feel this more than what you can see right now, I guess. But I hope you see that my right leg's kind of doing something like this. It's almost like I'm about to do a cross behind. Make sense? Sometimes you want to think about calling it off, like right after you do that. So something else that you can practice is basically in the middle of your movement, be like this. Already calling it while you're falling down or trying to catch yourself, whatever. Okay? So I'll show that one more time because this is, that move that you just saw is something that I practice all the time because, again, my main focus is to get my hips in front, and if I fall out of bounds, that's fine, type of thing, okay? So I'm here, I'm coming, I do a jump, up, I'm coming down like this, okay? So it's just a way to get those quick points and then just call it off. Now, some people, they get, not necessarily worrisome, but they don't like being knocked down at the end of the jam or something like that. Y'all feel some type of way about it, right? It's not a big deal because your main focus is scoring points. It's okay if you get knocked down. You scored the point, so you did your job, all right? Nice large step. So you're gonna be right here, right? I was just going to yeah. Right. Okay. First step. Come in close to the line.
Yes, there you go.
Give me a little bit more hip, hip shift. So when you're passing this person here, I want you to take this hip and throw it towards this person. So you're doing like a big Pick that left leg up. Pick it up. Yes.
There it is.
Oh yeah. Pick it up. Good. A little bit better.
Turn. Yes. Yes, yes. You see how you picked it up? Instinctively, just flip it on back to you.
Oh, you got closer?
Yeah, I got you a little closer. It's so pretty. And it's still
Okay, more than what you think. So you're taking your hip and you're gonna lift high as you can. It looks good. Alright. I'm gonna have to use you as link. Like, don't touch, but you know, that was right. Okay. Balance. Yep. Big one, big one. Where your knee was? Yes. I want you to take the knee, pick it up, and flip it over. And then, yep, do the same thing, but make sure you feel your knee actually driving the hair. Okay. And I come down on my first stop. Okay. It was good. Yep. Yeah, just go with it. Okay. Go with it. That was right. Okay. Entry is right. Go. Yeah. Take it. Yeah.
Oh. How?
Say ow.
Did I say how that happened over here just now?
It's the picking up that leg. Picking up your leg after momentum, which carries you through the spin. When you're really tiny leg, nothing carries you through. But because your body is twisting and turning, it helps carry you through the movement.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Yep. Just remember to pick your leg up higher than what you think, especially for the new folks that are just getting started with this. A lot of us are right down here at the ankle. Like if you have the ability to pull your knee up like this is the same feeling you should feel as you're coming over this person. Okay? So like I told someone else, when you pick your leg up, that helps carry you through the movement. When I'm doing something small, there's no momentum, there's no twist that's taking me through the movement. When you pick up that leg, that helps you twist a lot quicker. Okay? All right, so we'll leave that alone for a little bit. We're gonna get into a little bit of pack play and in particular being a more aggressive jammer, okay? So for me, my primary jamming style is pushing, right? So we're gonna kind of explore some of that today, but the aggressive part of that, right? Some of us, when we jam too nice, okay? So we're gonna just, okay, you'll see. Okay? Right. I just want to see you attacking the wall in a very aggressive manner versus being cautious, okay? So if this wall is set up here, like jamming aggressively, I would like to see a lot of fast footwork I would like to see your upper body making contact with people multiple times throughout the 10 seconds, okay? So when we're jamming, I don't want to see, you know, just this type of thing, right? So my feet kind of moving, but I'm not really like attacking, right? You need to act as if you're fighting someone, all right? So I need you to fight the people in front of you. So if they're here and I'm going to attack the wall, I'm going to hit, and keep running and just attack. First thing I want you to think about is stomping your feet into the ground. Not so much that you're hurting yourself, but you need to stomp the ground in order to utilize it effectively, okay? So if you're stepping on the ground light, you might slide a little bit because you're not actually stepping down into the ground and gripping it with your toe stops, or you're not turning your wheels at a good enough angle to actually create a strong enough push, okay? So if my foot's like this, I won't be able to push as well. At the 90-degree angle, it's the strongest push, but usually if we're here, we can get a good, nice lateral push. Does that make sense? Okay, so for this first round, we're gonna have 5 people, and we're gonna go 5 times. I want you to just think about moving your feet fast, stomping into the ground, but you don't have to be like that, right? That's too much. All right? But you should hear like your feet actually making contact with the ground. If you're kind of doing something like this, that's a little light, right? You should be hearing things like that while you're trying to attack the wall. Okay? So fast footwork, stomping the ground, just making sure that you actually utilize it. And I want to see your upper body making contact with the people that's in front of you, okay? So if that means going back and forth like this, I want to see you do that. If that means hitting this side and hitting this side, popping off and hit someone else, I just want to see you get aggressive and have a very intense 10 seconds, okay? All I'm asking for is 10 seconds. Anyone can do it, right? 10 seconds. All right. Fight. You're going to try to attack them first. So we're just going to kind of walk through it. So I'm here. If I hit this person, I'm going to start running forward immediately. Okay? Okay? So let's watch it again. Again, you're going to choose a bookend. The quickest path is the inside. All right? But that doesn't mean you always want to go that direction. Okay? So just FYI, this is quick, this is long, whatever. Okay, so you're here. This first hit needs to be very powerful and strong. Ideally, you're trying to get this person's body to lift up in the air a little bit to where this leg lifts up, and you start to take them forward. Immediately, passing this back part of the wall, and then you might have to deal with the brace a little bit, but if you're moving quick enough, you should be able to pass the brace person too. Okay? So again, y'all are set. So I'm going to hit this person hard and start coming forward. Okay? Everybody Everybody understand that? Same thing can be done with the outside. Again, I'm just showing you like different techniques you can use. A lot of the times, you know, sometimes it's a floater like this, they're by themselves, they're easy to turn. Or the person on the bookend, they're already pre-turned like this, okay? If they're already like that, that gives you a good opportunity to make this particular technique effective, okay? So if we're here like this, same thing. You're gonna try to hit this outside person. Just FYI, I wouldn't hit it because this seam is too tight, all right? I'm just saying. I wouldn't recommend doing this when the seam is that tight because it'll look like a back block, okay? All right, but if it was a little bit looser, and yeah, just about there, I would hit this person, boom, try to carry it forward. Okay. All right, so again, think about your goal. Your goal is to get this person out of position to where they pick their leg up like this. When that leg is up, you need to be driving forward as quick as possible before they can put that leg back down, okay? Now, secondary things to think about when you're doing this. If there's an open space, which I did see when I do this, I was right here, I hit this person, and I started to drive. If there's open space right here on the outside, it's a good opportunity to go ahead and take that versus trying to drive this person. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay? So if I'm here, I hit, and this is open, go ahead and run up that outside line. If it's available. If it's not available, which means this person's body is walking, so I hit you and you turn to the side a little bit, and your body is walking the line, you're going to have a better opportunity running up this lane here. Okay? Remember, I said if you hit hard enough and you lift this person up and you drive forward, you should already be past this person. Okay? And you'll only be dealing with the brace possibly. Yes? Yes. Try it again. Try it again. So back up. Right? Okay. Get here. I need you to load your legs and lift up. Lift I'm right here. You're making that contact. Try to latch on to this person with your shoulder and lift them up in the air.
I'm gonna fall backwards when I do this.
Got it.
No, wait,
Yeah, that's better.
I see you almost had it. You got to go put your shoe. It's a big lift. It's a big lift. You got to spring up. Pop.
There you go.
Wedge it in there. Yep. Now give me a big lift. That's all right. That's okay. You get the idea.
That made it harder. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Pop and I got to. You got to catch it.
Jump in front of her.
This is what we call reform. Okay. Reform. You're stronger as blockers with more than one. Okay. So pop and drop. Alright, here we go. Going again. Ready?
Y'all set up? The first initial hit is the most important. So when you make that hit, when you're here, you need to stand up. Try to stand up because that's what's going to lift them up in the air to where you can do that nice clean drive. Okay?
I believe in you.
You had it. You had the middle open. You could have. So I'm here and I'm actually like lifting my hip. I'm taking my hip like this and I'm lifting it up, right? So I'm here, I'm lifting it up, right? So there is some hip and leg movement. So I'm not just doing this, right? I'm taking my hip and actually like rolling it into the person. I'm pushing into the person, trying to lift them up. Okay? Again, it's not as straight, it's not as clean as the other one, but you can effectively lift from your hip to at least spread them apart to where maybe you can latch on to something. Okay? I don't know if I told everyone. 3 target zones that you're always looking for as a jammer. The hips, which is your first point of contact that you want to go for, unless they're really short or really, really tall. Then your rib cage and then your shoulders, okay? If you attack the hips, that's the largest part of the body. As soon as that opens up, you'll be able to get your whole body through. The rib cage is nice because it makes the blocker's body fold in like this, right? So it doesn't move the hips all the way like this, but there is a diamond shape that appears when you make impact here. The body folds like this, which creates an opening right here. Now the shoulder, least effective, but it does get the person to spin like this, to where if you're behind, you can slip your body through like this, right? So you might not be able to come in forward and square, but because you did create impact here and cause this person to turn, that's when you need to also turn. So you'll slim yourself up a little bit and then you'll go running through. Does that make sense? So now your goal is to create a natural spin or a natural turn in this wall. So you don't have to make too much physical contact with this wall, but I need you to skate an aggressive U shape. Okay? So you're gonna come all the way up to line 1. That's my blocker. Yep. Block, block, block. Yep. All the way up to line 1. All the way up to 4. All the way up to 1. All the way up to 4. And you can see it just a little bit, but the wall starts to rotate a little bit. Starts to turn. This works the best with the tripod wall, I will say that, right? But with the 4, you notice the bookends, they start turning like this a little bit. At the opportune moment, that's when you utilize that first method that I showed you. When the body's turned like this, go blasting through. Okay, so let's come back. Okay, do it again. Up here, yeah, I would have went right. I would have went for that. I don't know if y'all saw it.
She turned immediately.
I would have went for that.
I was like, I don't play derby no more.
But
I'm good.
Okay, we're gonna do it again. All right, I'm here, skating the rest of the U, That boom. So I would have came on this line right here. Good. Especially brace hooks, I would almost have my eye out for that floater to get ready to brace them again because they're really, really vulnerable, especially if they're not able to hold the edges that strong. Yeah? Okay, so all I want you to do here is skate in a U. Now, when I say skate in a U, you need to come all the way up to the line, then swing all the way back, and you're gonna create a natural rotation in the wall. Okay, when you have an opportunity, go blasting through one of the blockers.
Okay, so it doesn't matter.
And if they keep a flat wall and don't move at all, that's when it doesn't work as well.
Okay, so we're not gonna be a flat wall.
Open it in the 10 seconds. Pure hate.
Yeah, that's it. That's awesome. So we're gonna move on to something different. So, along my coaching journey, I coach very, very different skill levels, right? So sometimes I deal with teams who have a very solid stop wall, and then sometimes I deal with teams whose walls roll quite a bit, right? So what I created was a drill that kind of brings a mix of both of those worlds together to where the teams that are still working on trying to come to a solid stop, this drill is kind of like an in-between, okay? So the first thing that we're gonna do is, as a blocking unit, we're gonna be skating quite quickly, okay? So this tripod wall, there you go, go ahead, Margaret. You wanna do it? Leave it a whole line. I got it. Okay. Skate backwards, well.
Good enough. I fall well. It's okay if I fall.
Quickly.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go. Move.
Wait, let's go. I'm supposed to be up there.
So I blow the whistle, I'll say go. Okay, so there you go. Alright? If you're in the back, you need to come to a hard stop. So what does this replicate? This replicates a jammer running quickly, and you're trying to reform in front of that jammer. Now sometimes when we are in gameplay, we chase, right? We chase as individuals. What we need to try to do is chase as a blocking unit. So everyone's coming up to create a tripod. So even though we're moving fast, we can still get in the formation and someone calls stop, hard stop, okay? So the person who is the brace, you have a very important job. You're gonna be doing a chest fly movement to help these two blockers slow down. Now they need to be able to plow stop on their own as well, but because you're at the forward part of the wall, you still need to aggressively come in like this with your arms to stop all that momentum. The two that demo with me, did you feel that?
Yes, you
Feel
stopped me.
boom.
You stopped
Yeah.
like I was like, holy moly.
Yeah,
What's the best stop to use if you're in the back? Would it be a plow?
it will be a plow. And I say that because if you do like a T-stop or a turnaround toe stop, a jammer can just snake through that. I need our blocking unit to be as big as possible. That way, if we do need to move, we can move together like this, okay? So the main thing is, when we begin to chase the jammer, ideally, we need to come to some type of formation in the front. With this drill, again, we're working on both worlds, moving quick, but also bringing it slow, okay? We're moving quick, and then we bring it to a stop. Okay, y'all want to try it again? Who want to try it?
Somebody that's better at it.
Somebody that can go ahead. Okay. So again, I'll say roll. So we're going. Stop. Okay, everybody understand that? Yeah. So, if you're not a confident backward skater, this might not be the drill for you to go backwards right now. If you're still working on your backward skating though, feel free to go on the outside of the track, okay? But if you want to just get in the drill and be forward, that's fine, and then have a primary backwards person, that's okay too. Like that, okay? I'll mix it up. So your whole unit needs to stop and go towards the outside. Stop, go towards the inside. Whatever I call. Okay? All right. Roll.
What a shot on that one.
So, the next thing that we're gonna do, we're staying with our group. I'm gonna say rotate. That means whoever's the brace needs to switch to the back wall. And the back person in the back comes to the brace. Does that make sense?
And then stop on the rotation.
While rolling. So we're not stopping yet. All we're working on is that fast rotation. Rotate! Good. Rotate! 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 Okay. All right. Y'all feel pretty good about that?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're just gonna rotate on a cable. All right, let's roll. Roll again. Quick rotation, quick feet. All right. 5, 6, 7, 8. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Stop. Good. Roll. Make sure you go both directions. Make sure you go both directions. Okay? Grab some space. Y'all look like y'all want to hit each other. Okay? Alright. 5, 6, 7, 8. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Stop. Okay. Good. So you're going to stay 10 to 15 feet back. So you roll 2. Yep. Alright. 5, 6, 7, 8. Rotate, 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 stop. Go, 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 go. Get ready, take off. Alright. Okay, so, Jammer, when I say take off, like you should be running. Full speed. Full speed. Let's try that again. So set up. Yeah, don't be nice. If they're not set up, that's the walker's problem. You need to get quicker. Alright, roll. 5, 6, 7, 8. Rotate, 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 stop. So I did the jammer would take off. Stop. Take off a little early. You're ready to go. All right, everybody understand it? Yeah. Yes. Okay, let's get out there. Rotate, 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 stop. Jam on, jam on, jam on. All right, reset. All right, roll. Go ahead and roll. 5, 6, 7, 8. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Stop. A lot of us, our first step to stop the jammer is the immediate rotation. Every time you do that, the jammer's just gonna hop by. So again, we want to work on our first step being lateral to the side to stop the jammer. Same thing here, lateral to the side. Does that make sense? Yes. I see about more than 50% of the group, your first step is this, right? I'm okay with that if you have speed behind it. If there's no speed and power behind it, that's where we get in trouble. Because the jammer just tippy-toes right by. at least with a strong lateral T-step, your leg is in the way of the jammer. That's going to deter the jammer from going up that lane because they see a part of your body there. All right? Okay, let's try that again. Roll. Go ahead and roll. Up to 5. Last one. 5, 6, 7, 8. Rotate,
Times that where I get stuck the most as a jammer is with a really large wall where my impact doesn't make as much movement for me as I want, and where to go after.
Cool. If you are encountering a wall where you try to get aggressive and be intense, but it's not necessarily working against the wall that's in front of you, sometimes the best thing to do is to let your offensive person take the brunt of that. Okay? So what I mean by that is, I'll give you a real world example. Rose City Rollers wall. They have blockers who are very strong and also have a good amount of body mass behind them. All right? So with those walls, ideally, what you would do is you'll send the offensive person in first to create a little bit of movement, and then the jammer carries it through. Does that make sense? Don't shake your head yes if it don't. Okay, let's get a wall. Huh?
Like in games, like not right off the line.
So this can be utilized in the middle of a jam or at the start. You just need to know which jammer needs that type of offensive play. Okay? So let me get a floor wall right here so I can kind of show you. This can be at the start. This can be anywhere. All right? So I'm the offensive person. Let's say this is a start. Okay? 5 seconds. Tweak. I can reposition myself where the jammer is. Right? I'm going to make the initial contact and start pushing on this seam. Right? Trying to get it rolling. And the jammer should be coming behind me or figuring out a different path to get through. But the main point is I'm creating the initial movement and the jammer is going to help carry it through. So if I'm doing my job effectively, even if I'm pushing here, these two are occupied on me, not the jammer, right? Now, if they do decide not to pay attention to me and they open up, it still creates space for my jammer to go ahead and run through or slice or change their direction. It creates movement, is my point. Okay? Does that make sense? Okay, you got a question?
Well, if you were the jammer coming in after that, what would you do with the offensive player's body that's now in your way? Do you just like push them? Do you push them through? Do you take them with you? Where do they go?
So if it's me kind of moving the offensive person around, I would I'll use them like as a battery ram. If the hole is available, I will go there. If not, I just let them go and I go somewhere else. So I don't focus. I know the offensive person's job is to help me out, but I don't focus on them so much to where I'm depending on them to get me through. Like, they're just there to assist. Whatever assistance they can give is what I will take. All right? So if you're a jammer that's having a hard time pushing a very strong wall, again, the offensive person's job is to create movement or create distraction within the wall. Okay? So again, if I'm pushing here and everybody's on me, jammer should be going over there or something, right? Trying to get away from this. If they open up, jammer could follow me through right here, or they can go somewhere else, all right? This part of the wall split apart. that helps with movement. Okay? Does that help answer your question? Okay, let's get kind of like a real one out here. So I need one more block. We're gonna pretend this is the start of the gym. Okay? So, all right, 5 seconds. Tweet. Position. Run. Nice. What was y'all blocking that first? Y'all forgot?
Distracted by you.
You see, even if I'm up here on my wall, I know that this is jammer so-and-so that needs some help. Right? So I can be up here on my wall. I'll let them know, hey, I'm going to drop back and do O, or hey, go drop back and do a little bit of O, whatever. You communicate that. Okay? All right, so 5 seconds. All right, tweet. The jammer's going to
How do you sell a juke?
How do you sell a juke? Okay, great. How do you sell a juke? Okay, now, number one, if you are juking someone, you need to try to get your body on the opposite side of the person. Okay, and you need to continue to make your normal jammer-like movements. Okay, so sometimes when we're juking, we gotta do something like this. Right? This is not very believable. Right? Some blockers will fall for it, but a more experienced blocking unit will not. Okay? This movement is not large enough to make me think that you're going somewhere. Okay? So if I'm here behind this person, I need to be way over here. Right? So with this leg, I just did a springing motion here, and then I can whip it like that if I need to. Does that make sense? Yeah. Let me pull another block in. Let me see what you do. Let me see what you do. Let's volunteering. So let's see. All right, give me a 5 seconds.
5 seconds.
All right, go ahead.
I like it.
5 seconds.
Large step, big step, big step. Out, out, out. All right, okay. All right, so watch the other way. Now I want you to try to replicate. I'm going to over-exaggerate stuff, okay? All right.
5 seconds.
Again, I don't want that to happen again.
Upper body is also playing, all right? You saw me do this.
I fell for it. Bigger
Yep.
than shit.
Okay, let's try it again.
5 seconds.
Out, out, out. Again, again.
Don't.
Out, out.
So basically, when I do my juke, I'm able to utilize any opportunity that's available because I'm grounded and I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
So I'm not juking myself out, basically, right?
It looks like you
know
were
how you juke it
responding
and then you
to.
just
It looks like you were watching. Like if we slightly moved this way, you were moving back. Like
Right.
you were noticing slight movement.
right, and that's what I was trying to communicate to you. More like I need more loading of the legs, right? That creates the bigger movement, the big movements like this. If your legs are straight or they're more narrow and you're kind of stepping like this doesn't create very big movement. But when you load these legs, you're able to spring way over here, right? And I do a lot of this type of movement. I'm gonna try to show you one more. I'm gonna try to do it. I ain't gonna show you all of it.
Matrix. Yeah, matrix.
All right, let's try one more.
Jiggle tell us. 5 seconds.
Out, out. In, middle, out, out, middle, in. Out, out, out. Out, out. In. Out, out, out.
Did you see where I try to go forward and backwards.
Yes.
Yeah.
We acted like you were coming in, so she came to go that way and open the outside.
Yeah. Right. So a lot of us droop laterally like this. You can turn your body and do the same thing like this. Right? So you don't always have to juke in this direction. You can turn like this, which makes movement happen, like this. Okay? That's also a good juke to try to utilize. Okay? It's the same thing, you're just turning your body towards the inside or the outside of the track. It creates nice forward and backwards movement for you. So say if that wall is really solid and you need someone to kind of pull out of it, you can try utilizing one of these type of techniques. Yeah? Now there is a lot of dancing involved. You see I kind of stayed back there for a little bit. Now, what's nice about that is, in particular in your scoring pass, is people will kind of float back behind you. Those are free points, okay? So I did the U thing, right? And I was catching 3 points, basically. So I'm like this, I'm back and forth, everybody's rolling back and forth. I'm just back here, right? Make sense? Okay.
You were talking about people are kind of rolling back, they're responding to you, it's free points. So as a blocker, what is your strategy to keep that jammer from taking that free point because you're kind of letting them,
So
you're rolling back on them to try to stop them, or you're, they're coming around you
So-
at that point?
Someone needs to communicate, either block up or keep the back flat. Okay, so if there wasn't much movement happening from the back, all the little tricks and techniques that I'm doing wouldn't work as well. Okay, because that back part of the wall is unresponsive to what I'm doing. They're just kind of shifting side to side, and I move side to side, but they're not really getting out of position.
Right.
So someone could say, as I'm coming up, or before the jammer comes up and I need to call it, block up, just start rolling up, block up, right?
Yeah.
Just making sure you're in the pack, but blocking up kind of lets your team know that, hey, don't drop back to try to chase that jammer. Let's all stay as one solid unit, flat back with one brace.